Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Good afternoon and welcome to Game 3 of the Vegas Confetti Cup Tournament. Game 3 being played here at America First Center in Henderson, Nevada. Game 3 today being played between Gales and the Fresno Jr Monsters. Gales coming off 2 rough games, ended in losses 3-0. Gales will be down 3 players again this afternoon, with Cash Creel out, due to prior commitments. Kincaid and Baldy both with injuries. Last night, Cash Johnson played back at defense, did a great job helping hold down the blue line. Expectation is one of the boys will drop back again today, and we'll see who that is. Gales will be wearing the dark blue jerseys this afternoon. Currently, Gales are last place in the standings. However, I believe a sizable win here would get them into 4th place, which, based on the seeding, will have 4th place paying the 1st place team in the semifinals. 1st place in the division right now is the AHU Knights Silver, who the Gales played during Game 1. Junior Monsters on the ice pretty early. Have about 4 or 5 minutes left until puck drop. Assumption is that Dylan Kelly will be in goal this afternoon. And we'll see how things pan out at the end of the game today. If they don't have a position in the semifinals, there will be, I believe, one more consolation game, I believe, later today. This time, just waiting for Gales to take the ice. All right, getting ready to kick off first period. Starting lineup: Davis, Jennings, Shiberta. Gales come away with it. Shiberta brings it in the zone. Got Miller and Martin in at defense. Jennings goes in for a hard hit. Miller sends it Jennings. Sorry. Oh, Jennings wasn't able to make it back in time after the hard hit along the boards. Face off in the neutral zone. Gales almost come away with it. Refs calling it offsides by a hair. Davis wins it, sends it back to Martin. Martin sends it back to Miller. Chips it out to Jennings to Shiberta. Shiberta brings it in the zone. Miller picks it off, sends it Davis. Davis gets hit along the boards. Marsh in now and sends it deep. Puck's on net. Goalie kicks it to the side very cautiously. And that's going to be a nice Monsters ice it. Puck's going to come back into the Gales' offensive zone. Tritton, Marsh, and Dunnigan in with Cash Johnson at defense with Posner to his right. Odd puck bounce. Gales clear the zone, come back in. Tritton first in. Puck sent around the boards. Monsters chip it up along the wall for the neutral zone. Cash Johnson's going to be there. Thick sending it backhand. Brings it back behind the goal line. Dunnigan chips it out to Marsh. Marsh trying to feed it back to Dunnigan. Puck still in the Gales' defensive zone. Shot wide of the net. Cash Johnson feeds it up. Gets hit in the process. Puck tried to be sent deep, but Posner picks it off and sends it back the other direction, deep into the Monsters' defensive zone. Puck coming back around. Swanson picks it off. Swanson and Crochet in now, as well as Evan Davis, Zapancic, and O'Hara. O'Hara walks it up, brings it. It's got room in the neutral zone. Shovels it in, bounce on net. Goalie did not drop for it. And the Gales will back check the other direction. Got a 2-on-1. The back check draws. Evan Davis picks it up, sends it out to Swanson. Swanson trying to chip it up, but couldn't. Davis tries, sends it up. And Monsters go for a regroup. Swanson able to pick up puck from a bad pass, brings it into the offensive zone, dangles around, is picked off. Davis comes in through the neutral zone, sends it out to Martin. Martin feeds it up back to Davis. Davis, Shiberta for a goal. Gales up 1-0. 11:06 remaining in the first period. Line staying out there. Jennings. Shiberta. Shiberta brings it in. One, two, three. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Martin brings it around. Back behind into the defensive zone. Looking to chip it up. Gales needing to get a change in. Sorry about that, folks. Audio wasn't working. Martin's going to walk it up himself as the Gales change. Brings it and gets tripped up. Jennings still in it. Get the stick on stick. Miller couldn't hold it. This puck's going to go all the way back into the defensive zone. All right, quick recap. Apologizes, the audio was not working. Gales are up 1-0 with a goal from Shiberta. Colin Davis, the assist. Fresh legs on the ice. Tritton, Marsh, Dunnigan, Cash Johnson, and Posner in on defense. 10:05 remaining in the first. Gales win the faceoff. Try sending it back. It's picked up by the winger. Cash Johnson stuffs the rush and puck shuffled back up. Tritton brings it around the corner. Decides to send it back to the blue line. Posner shot, tipped up in the air, but over the net. Marsh brings it back around. Sends it across to the center. Couldn't get a shot off, and the Monsters are going to bring it back through. Bringing it out wide to the left side. Chipped. Kelly stops. Loose in front. Kelly holds it. No goal. Kelly owning the crease this afternoon. Fresh legs on the ice. Sapancic, Boucher, and Swanson. O'Hara, and I believe Evan Davis on defense. Yes, Evan Davis. And it's going to get covered by Kelly. Boucher in for the faceoff. Gales win it. Evan Davis going to bring it along strong side. Chips it up. Little too much on that. That's going to come on back. Boucher in for the faceoff. To the left of Kelly. Gales win the faceoff again. Evan Davis decides to send it along the weak side. That's Spancic. Spancic feeds it up. Gets stuffed. And the puck gets sent back around. Swanson chips it up and around. Boucher has it now. Chips it up to Spancic, who's going to bring it in. He goes through the legs, trying to send it across. Couldn't get a pass off. Swanson now coming into assist. Boucher into assist. Few too many Gales in there. Frankie to back out high. Actually, Frankie comes away with it. Sends it across. It's going to make its way to O'Hara. Shot. And gloved by the goalie. O'Hara getting pressed pretty quickly along the blue line. Gets a shot off. All right, we got Martin. Miller. And looks like we were going to change, but we stayed. Boucher, Spancic. Spancic shuffles it around, keeps it, sends it through the center. And Monsters clear through the neutral zone. Martin coming back, sends it up to Spancic. Chips it across through the center. Poke checked. Swanson comes in, though. Shot off the goalie's pads and wide. Swanson chips it back to Boucher. Boucher trying to hit the point, but chipped around. And they're in a foot race. Martin going back. Miller there to support. Martin shrugs off the forward pretty easily. Spancic carries it into the zone again. Chips it across. It's in the center. Miller chips it deep. Keep it in play. Sapancic coming back. Swanson coming back. Dunnigan in now with Marsh. And we're going to have a penalty. We may have a Gale heading to the box for tripping. Interference. Sorry, Tritton in the box for interference. Dunnigan and Marsh in, as well as Cash Johnson and Aiden Posner. Marsh taking the face off. Bodies his way through and able to flick it into the zone. Johnson sends it around. Need to get a winger there to clear it. couldn't get there in time. Posner has it. It's tangled up behind. Pass out front and cleared by Cash Johnson. No icings. We're on the penalty kill. Actually, they're going to call icing. Apparently, we're playing different rules today. Marsh in for the faceoff. Gales win the faceoff. Johnson chips it up, not too much this time, and puts back in place and couldn't clear it like we have every other game. Martian taking the faceoff again. Puck back around. O'Hara shot. O'Hara pressing along the blue line to get a shot off. And Kelly able to glove it. Jennings, Davis coming in. Evan Davis and O'Hara coming off. It's like Martin and Miller coming in. 49 seconds remaining. Colin Davis into the faceoff. Colin Davis wins it. Chip it up and out. Not going to be an icing there. Will be an icing. It's going to come on back. Same lineup as before. Colin Davis coming in for the faceoff. Jennings to his left. Davis wins the faceoff. Martin loses it, trying to bring it around. Send it back to the blue line. Jennings trying to cover space along the wall. Puck comes across. Shot. Kelly able to cover. Side of the net was wide open. Kelly able to make it to the other post. Davis into the faceoff. Jennings sends it up and out. 21 seconds remaining, and that's going to be another icing. We can do this all day, folks. So in the NHL, when you ice the puck, the lineup on the ice, the team who iced it needs to stay on, but not in youth leagues. So we literally could do this for 20 seconds. Change lines as we need to. Martin sends it around, picked up though at the blue line, sent back deep. And they're going to call tripping. It's like Miller is going to head to the box now. Jennings, Davis hop off. Marsh hops on as the sole forward. 5-on-3 now. 11 seconds. Marsh in for the faceoff. Posner. And looks like Evan Davis. Shot off the leg of Evan Davis. Evan Davis chips it up. Stick it's held. No call. Marsh tries stuffing across the blue line. Puck comes back across. Marsh with a stick lift. The poke checked out. Held in. We are 5-on-4 now. As Crochet comes in, Kelly sends it wide. Marsh comes away with it, chips it up and around, and he's on the rush. .53 seconds remaining. Puck loose in front. Gales come away with it. Dish it up, but sent back in. It's going to be a slashing call, I believe. Or hooking. See, all right, Monsters heading to the box where Monsters belong. Have 42 seconds, 4-on-4. Tritton, Dunnigan, Cash Johnson, and Martin. Shot right off the faceoff, just outside the crease. Dunnigan in pursuit, gets a stick on it. Puck comes back out the neutral zone. Defense goes for a regroup. Johnson sending to Martin. Martin decides to chip it up and deep into the zone. And Dunnigan's going to get to work. Chipped up and out. Held in by Cash Johnson, though. Dunnigan able to hold it. Shot. Dunnigan off the shoulder. Sent wide. And Monsters on the rush either direction. Send it across to the left side. Shot. Kelly able to hold it. Tritton sends it wide. Cash Johnson now on the rush. Dangles around. Couldn't hold on to it. Johnson tripped. No call. Two seconds left. Cruchet, Spancic, Evan Davis, and O'Hara. Monsters win the faceoff. Bring it across to the zone. Back to full strength. Swanson comes in. Kelly stops it behind the net. And O'Hara chips it up along the wall. Fresno Monsters get a hold of it. And playing catch. O'Hara brings it around. Looking for a passing option up to Swanson. Gets it Swanson. We got 3-on-3. Shot. Swanson bounces off the post and over. Puck sent around the boards. O'Hara's going to get there first. Shot. Deflected. Sent wide of the net. O'Hara with another shot. Hits a Monster. Puck sent over. Kelly sends it wide for O'Hara. O'Hara flicks it around, but picked up. Actually, up in the air. O'Hara sends it into the Gales defensive zone. Monsters bring it through the neutral zone. Spancic puts pressure. Got 4-on-2. Forwards need a back check. Posner brings it across. It's loose. Kelly there with the save. Cash Johnson, Aiden Posner. Chaberta, Davis, Jennings, and Davison for the faceoff. Monsters win it back to the defense. Off the skate of Jennings and sent along the boards, along the goal line. Puck in the defensive zone. Jennings picks it up, and the Gales go on the forecheck. Send out Chaberta. Chaberta brings it across. Davis now has it. Davis shovel passes across. Goes just wide of the net. Puck sent around the boards. Couldn't be held in, though. No icing. Posner's going to get there first. It's a stick lift by Johnson. Unfortunate bounce out front. And Kelly flicks it and catches it. Marsh, Tritton, and Dunnigan. Your forwards. Tritton at center. Shot off the legs. Marsh is going to bring it in. He's got time. Gets the shot off. Goalie able to glove it. 2:46 remaining in the first period. Gales up 1-0. Tritton in for the faceoff. Martin and Miller in at the blue line. Miller with a shot. A laser from the blue line. Gloved by the goalie. Get the shots a little lower and a little bit more traffic. Gales win it. Send it back to Miller. Miller's going to shoot. Gloved. Monsters win the faceoff this time. Oh, shot right off by Dunnigan. Off the goalie's shoulders and out. Martin winds up. Shot. gloved. At some point, boys got to recognize that goalie's got a good glove, and we need to get in front of him a little bit. Tritton back into the face-off. Marsh to his right. Puck doesn't quite make it to the defenseman, and the Monsters send it deep. Kelly's going to glove it, or so he's going to hold it. Martin chips it up to the winger. Sorry, up to Tritton. Puck comes back the other direction, though. Marsh and Tritton almost collide. Marsh is going to bring it up. They're going to say it's safe. Marsh couldn't get the shot off. Puck coming back the other direction. Miller and Evan Davis. Now Miller with a poke check comes away with it. Sends it up along the blue line, and he's going to bring it on the forecheck. Dingles around, backhands it into the zone. Tritton still on the ice. Evan Davis on the ice. Swanson couldn't hold it in. Puck comes across. Evan Davis holds it. Sends it back in. Not sure if they're going to let the boys tag up today. Swanson sends it back deep. Swanson able to take it away. Shot off the goal's pads and wide. Boucher sending back to the blue line. Evan Davis shot. Couldn't get enough on that one. The boys are going to back check the other direction. Shot over the net and wide. Puck comes back around. DC Swanson chips it up. And they're going to go ahead and call it an icing. Davis, Jennings, and Gilberta. Davis wins the face-off to the Posner. Posner flips it back up. Jennings couldn't get there. Davis gets a poke check in. Cash Johnson comes in with a hard hit, keeping him off the puck. Davis comes in trying to get a stick on it, sends it back around the board, so to Jennings. Puck loose behind the net. Davis has it, flicks it up to the winger. Gilberta sends it around. Couldn't hit Jennings, though. Puck still in play. No icing. Jennings comes in, and they're going to call and ref's not happy with some of the parents, understandably so. Gales are going to go on power play. Sorry, penalty kill. James in for hooking. Davis, Gilberta, it's like Miller and Martin. Davis wins it. Martin tries flicking it out, makes it over to Gilberta. Gilberta brings it in the zone, gets pushed off the puck. Puck goes wide. Gilberta's going to get there. Davis goes up, almost picks it off. Puck loose to the neutral zone. Gilberta's going to get there first. Sends it to Davis. Davis is going to bring it in. Almost with the shorthanded goal. As the Gales go back on the back check. Davis comes in, trying to close the gap. Gets a stick on it. Shot goes high to Martin. And 54 seconds left on that. Going to carry into the second period. Gales up 1-0. All right. Sorry, folks. Kicking off the second period. Martin bobbling the puck. Sends it deep. Martin looking around. Again, the Gales on the kill. Martin's going to bring it in. Loses it going into the zone. Puck comes back the other way. 28 seconds remaining in the penalty. Miller now brings it back behind the net. Going to take a sweet time. He's going to go ahead and bring it up. It's picked off. The puck's coming the other direction now. Fed it across. Tritton able to come away with it. Hits Dunnigan on the way out. 10 seconds remaining. Puck sent diagonal across the board. That's going to be an icing. And that is the end of the penalty kill. Gales back to 5-on-5 with a puck in the offensive zone. Crochet, Swanson, and Spancic in with O'Hara and Evan Davis. Swanson almost able to get a shot off, sends it back, chases it Evan Davis. Evan Davis shot off the goalie's blocker and wide. Spancic can get there first. Feeds it over to O'Hara. O'Hara tips it in. Swanson battling, gets 2 shots off. Puck comes back around to O'Hara. Shot off the shin pads. Spancic now dingles around. Couldn't keep it. And puck sent diagonal across. That's going to be another ice. Puck's coming back for another Gales face-off. 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Gales up 1-0. Shots on net. 12-10 in favor of the Gales. Gilberta, Davis, and Jennings in with O'Hara and Evan Davis staying on the ice at the blue line. Davis into the face-off. Gales win it. Gilberta gets a shot off, bouncing puck. Davis sent it to Gilberta. Gilberta flipped it up, and Jennings tipped it. Bouncing puck, unfortunately, gloved by the goalie. Try this again. Gales couldn't come away with it. O'Hara able to hold it for a bit there. Davis brings it back around, flicks it up to Jennings. Jennings gets hit along the boards, loses the puck. Gilberta comes in. Davis almost picks it off. It's loose along the blue line. Still loose. Jennings is going to flick it back in. Puck comes across. Davis holds it in. Davis shot off the post, maybe? Couldn't tell. O'Hara is able to hold it, flicks it back in that general direction. Davis is going to be the first one there. Davis gets a hook check in, but couldn't get enough of it. Puck comes out. Gilberta couldn't hold it. Sends it back to the blue line. Not sure why. Aiden gonna get hit, but does a reverse check and lays out the monster. 11:36 remaining in the second period. 14-10. Tritton wins the faceoff, but not enough. Keep momentum. Marsh, Dunnigan in as well. Puck comes out to the blue line, kicked in by Miller. Battling through the center ice. Tritton sends along the boards over to Marsh. Marsh goes to send it across. I think Tritton was expecting a pass through the center. Martin trying to find an outlet pass, sends it over to Miller. Miller goes Tritton through the center. Great pass. Tritton brings it in. Shot. Loose out in front. Goes wide. Puck comes back out. Didn't get to Martin. That's up. They're going to say no icing. Went off the stick of Martin. Miller is going to get there. It's got Marsh off to the side. Couldn't get to him. Shot. Glove by Kelly. Swanson, Crochet, and Spancic. O'Hara and Evan Davis on defense. Shots on net 15-11 now in favor of the Gales. Crochet into the faceoff. Monsters win it. Crochet comes in like a rocket, forces a side pass. Shot through the crease, sent wide. Evan Davis sends along the boards. Pancic trying to get there, couldn't, but it's in the neutral zone. Gets a stick on it. He's keeping it going that direction. Monster's able to regroup though in the neutral zone and send deep. Evan Davis holds on to it, sends it across. Uses Pancic. Spancic gets pressed along the blue line. It's one where the boys need to learn to send it deep. Shot wide of the net. Fouché chips it up. Spancic tips it down. Comes back to the other blue line. And no icing there. Kelly's going to slow it down for O'Hara. O'Hara is going to slant it around to Swanson. Swanson is going to hit Crochet. Crochet sends wide. Monsters crashed into each other. Zupancic again able to force a turnover. Off shot. Save Kelly. Puck's loose. Shoveled out. Kept in though by the Monster. Sent around. Swanson and O'Hara battling along the goal line. Puck comes back up to Swanson. Swanson tips it up, trying to clear. Goes right to the defenseman, back to the wall side. Evan Davis goes in, forces a high shot over the net. Swanson presses the player to the boards. Puck still in the Gales' defensive zone. 3 Gales and 3 Monsters in. Little cross check. Come away with the puck. Shot. And Kelly sends it wide. Puck's going to make it out. And Monsters are going to need to regroup. Gales need to get a change in here. O'Hara trying to get it deep. Swanson now has it. Sends it in. Davis in now. Jennings in. O'Hara just bodies him off the puck. O'Hara sends it across. Davis in. Davis chips it into the zone. Couldn't hold on to it. Chips it again. Gibberta now pressing. Puck sent wide all the way out. And that's going to be an icing. Posner, Cash Johnson in. Defense, Davis, Gibberta, and Jennings. Davis sends it. Gibberta shot right off the face-off circle. Goes wide. Johnson tries pinching it up. He couldn't. Cash Johnson's going to dangle it. Ends up sending it back deep into the zone. Gibberta's going to be working in the corner there. Comes back to Posner, kicks it up, sends it to Jennings. Davis presses. Jennings able to pick that off. He has it along the corners. Sends it out to Gibberta. Gibberta shot. Davis has it. Tries to get a shot off. Send it to Jennings. Jennings shot off the shins of the Monster. Puck comes back out to Posner. Posner kicks it up back to Jennings. Jennings trying to send it across. Gets picked up. Gibberta steals it. Slashing. Gales are going to get a power play out of this. All right, number 7 for the Monsters in for slashing. Fresh bodies on the ice. We got Miller, Martin, Tritton, Dunnigan, and Marsh. Tritton wins it. Dunnigan get it back to Miller, but didn't have enough. Pucks him in the other direction. Shot. Kelly with the save. Marsh has the puck. Tries to send it deep. Gets picked off. Marsh still has it. Goes back to Martin. Martin shot. Gets a stick on its way over. Shot through the crease. And puck's going to come back out of the zone. And the Gales are going to need to regroup. And they're going to say offsides, and they're going to bring it back to our side. They felt that was intentional. A delicate act for the center. And win the face-off to get it back to the defense fast enough that you can't get picked off, but not too fast that they can't get it themselves. And that's going to be a nice. Puck's going to come back the other direction. Couchet, Swanson, Stepancic, and Martin and Miller at the blue line. Sorry, folks. Gales win the faceoff again. Try to get it back to the defenseman, but couldn't. Puck gets around. Martin in the foot race. Able to shrug off the forward. Brings it in himself. He's tripped up. Puck comes out to Miller. Miller shot. And getting chippy. Coach is going to bring out some fresh defensemen. O'Hara and Evan Davison now. Jay in for the faceoff. Sends it out to Stepancic. Stepancic back to O'Hara. O'Hara walks him off. Sends it back to Stepancic. Sends it across to Shea, actually to Evan Davis. And goalie was able to hold it. Great sequence. Great shot by Davis. There's a collective holding of breath here as to whether that went in. Gales win it. It comes back to Davis. Davis, he's going to walk it up. They gave him room. Shot. Goal! Evan Davis with a goal. Glance to the blue line. To the other side to O'Hara. And walked the forward to the Monsters over to the direction of O'Hara and then said, I'll just do this myself. Shot was great, but the look, I feel, was better. Making space for himself. Davis, Shiberta, and Jennings and Gales win the faceoff. Jennings brings it in. Bring it out to Davis. Davis comes back out to the blue line. Evan Davis holds it in, sends it to O'Hara. Sorry, folks. Evan Davis sends it across. And it's at the goal line and sent back. Colin Davis now gloves it. Dingles around. He wants one of his own. Sends it over to Jennings. Jennings back behind the net. Jennings gets caught up with the referee. After the Monsters, Davis comes in. Davis overshoots it. Flicks it out, trying to hit Shiberta. Shiberta sends it through the center. Davis is right there. Couldn't get a shot off. Davis smashes the kid into the post. O'Hara's going to walk up, chip it in. Couldn't hold it in, though. Actually, he says, I have it. And he dangles around. O'Hara now going deep into the zone. Colin Davis steps back. Right for it. Cash Johnson's going to pinch up. Keep it pinned in. Shiberta dropping back. Shiberta now with a shot off the knee of Monster. Tritton comes in now. Cash Johnson, another shot just wide of the post. Posner going to pinch up. Shiberta comes off. Dunnigan comes in. Gales with a great sequence. Getting in just shy of a full change during that shift. Tritton, Dunnigan, and Marsh. Tritton sends it up to Dunnigan. Dunnigan couldn't get a shot off. Marsh presses, and it comes out to the blue line. Cash Johnson still in. Oh, couldn't hold on to it. Crash Tritton says, I got you. And Marsh sends it in to Dunnigan. Dunnigan's going to dangle around. Dunnigan drew a penalty. He got hooked. Gales are going on the power play. Gales up 2-0 with 4:14 remaining in the second period. Fresh legs coming up. Couchet, Swanson, and Stepancic Martin and Miller at the blue line. Crochet in for the faceoff. Crochet sends it back out to Miller. Miller chips it up to Swanson. Swanson sends it over to Crochet again. Puck comes back out to the blue line. Swanson pinned along the boards. Crochet comes in to help. Sends back out to Miller. Miller, shot off the glove and wide. Zupancic's going to get there. The hard hit. Crochet comes away with it. Miller is going to hand it to Miller. Problems with the handoff, but they keep it in the zone. Sent, picked off by Martin. Swanson is going to walk it up. Loses it, though. And stick lift. Shot. Not shot, sorry. Chip it off the wall. It's going to come back around. Martin, Miller. Stretch pass all the way to Zupancic. Zupancic walks it in to 3-on-2 if they hurry. Sends it to Swanson. Swanson couldn't hold on to it. Back to Miller. Miller feeds it back up into the right behind the goal line. Crochet gets checked off the puck. Puck comes back out. Martin holds on to it. Shot. Goal! No goal. Not sure what it hit to come out. Stretch pass all the way out. Kelly's going to hold on to that. Back to 5-on-5 play. Gilberta, Davis, and Jennings in, as well as Evan Davis, and I believe O'Hara, based on the lineups we've seen so far. Yale's come away with it. It is O'Hara. Brings it back behind the goal line. Sends it across to Jennings. Couldn't hold on to it. Crochet. Sorry, not Crochet. Gilberta comes in. Davis now comes in. A hard hit along the boards. Puck back behind the goal line. O'Hara sends it back across to Evan Davis. Evan Davis couldn't hit Gilberta, but he's going to get Jennings. Jennings gets there in time. No ice. Davis comes in to support. Jennings looking for an option. Sends it. Couldn't. Didn't have the angle for it. Evan Davis is going to bring it around. Try to shrug off the defenseman. Chips it up to Jennings to get it to Davis. Davis didn't have the speed. O'Hara trying to get it to Davis. Hits the skate. Evan Davis now hits Gilberta. Gilberta couldn't hold on to it. It's going to come back the other direction. Got a hooking call on the Monsters. Gale's going to go back on the power play. Tritton, Marsh, Dunnigan, Martin, Miller. Tritton wins it. Miller sends it around the boards. Gets it to Marsh. Marsh sends it back to Tritton. Back to Marsh. Shot. Backside of the net. Tritton brings it back around the other direction. Sends it back out to Miller. Miller kicks it out to Tritton. Sends it to Martin. Martin, shot. Loose in front. Tried to get a shot off. Couldn't get there. Miller is another shot. Loose in front. Tritton comes away with it. Couldn't get a shot off. He's picked off. Miller's going to bring it through the neutral zone. He's going to bring it back up and send it in. And Dunnigan was a pinch too fast. The offside. Puck coming back out into the neutral zone. 50 seconds left in the second period. Gales up 2-0. Shots on net 21-13 in favor of the Gales. Swanson, Crochet, and Zapance again for your forwards. Martin and Miller still in on defense. And looks like we're going to have some 4-on-4 here. Martin's going to head to the box. Say interference. Oh, they're going to throw Monster in the box. So we're going to have some 5-on-4. Crochet, Swanson, and Spancic, Johnson, and Posner. Puck comes back out to Johnson. Johnson able to hold on to it. Sends it across to Posner. Posner now winds up. Shot. Loose in front. Spancic gets a shot off the rebound. Gloved by the goalie. Coach giving a couple little adjustments. Defense. Clean win to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson sends it back up to Spancic. Spancic couldn't hold on to it. Cash Johnson pinches up and pucks him back the other direction. Kelly with the save up and over the net. Cash Johnson's going to bring it up himself, the forward that he is. And that's the end of the period. All right, getting ready to kick off the third period. Starting out third period, right back where we started with the first. Jennings, Evan Davis, Colin Davis, O'Hara, and Schuberta. "14 minutes of the period. Martin heading back to the box. They will be able to return after a minute and a half and the following stoppage of time. So the clock. Davis comes in, wins the face-off. Evan Davis is going to walk it up, sends it deep, and the boys are going to get to work in the zone. Verta tries to get a stick on and hold it, couldn't. Jennings walks it up, shot off the pads, loose in front. Evan Davis plays up. Davis dangles around, still has it. Couldn't get a shot off, sends it back through the crease. Couldn't connect. Puck back into the corner. Roberta holds onto it, tries getting Jennings just out of reach. Jennings going to be getting in there with a hard hit. Players can't tag up, so they can't send it. Evan Davis gets a stick on it. Colin Davis now working puck loose out front. Jennings bounces it around to Schuberta. Schuberta brings it across, dingles around. Colin Davis has it now. He's going to bring it in. Davis dodges two hits. Short side. Almost hits Marsh coming through. Shot. Puck comes back around. Poster's got to watch out for a stick lift. Shot. Off the post, wide. Gales with a ton of offense right now. Puck gets sent across. That's going to be an icing. Huge offensive push by the Gales. Martin comes out of the box. Marsh, Tritton, Dunnigan, Cash Johnson, and Posner. Gales win it. Dunnigan feeds it out to Posner. Posner sends it back around. Doesn't even going to get there. Monsters seem to be slowing down. Marsh, shot off the glove and up and over. Posner able to send it back deep. Monsters having a rough time. Shot! Zapanzik over the net. Sorry, Tritton. Tritton, shot off the goalie's face mask. Tritton with another shot, short side. Backhand shot by Marsh. Another shot. Posner able to feed it in. Back to Tritton. Tritton with another shot. Loose out front. Dunnigan got tangled up. Marsh sends it around on a shot. Johnson holds it. Ends up feeding it deep. Marsh gets a stick in there. Almost takes it away. And they're able to clear. That is going to be an icing. Face off in Gale's offensive zone. Crochet, Swanson, Zapanzik, Martin, and Miller on defense. 11:42 remaining in the game. Crochet wins it. Back to Martin. Martin winds up. Shot. It's loose. Loose back behind the goalie. And the defenseman comes in to help cover. Monsters win the faceoff. Try to chip it out. Martin says, "You're going to give me room. I'm going to get shots." Sends it in. Went over. Zapanzik now. Tries feeding it over to Crochet. Crochet sends it back to Miller. Miller winds up. Shot. Gloved. Gibberta, Davis, Jennings coming in for the forwards. Gale's running with three lines right now with the injuries and shuffling the players. Martin and Miller staying on for defense. Shots on net now 24-14 in favor of the Gales. 11:17 remaining in the third period. Davis in at faceoff. Davis wins it, sends it back to Miller. Miller, shot. Another shot by Gibberta. Comes back out, held in by Martin. Gibberta sends it out to Davis. Davis. And that's going to be up and out of play. It's going to come back into the offensive zone. Davis should have sent it over to Miller instead of trying to hero it through. He went to apologize for that. Evan Davis now with O'Hara. Jennings couldn't get a shot off. Davis feeds it up. Jennings couldn't crash the net quick enough. Keeping the Monsters on their toes this game. Davis back in for the faceoff. Davis back behind him. Evan Davis pitches up. Couldn't hold it, though, and pucks him back the other direction. Jennings back checking. And they end to send it around the goal line. O'Hara, defenseman puts pressure. Colin Davis comes around. Sends it over to Evan Davis. Evan Davis shuffles it up to Gibberta. Gibberta's going to walk it in. High shot. O'Hara walks around, dangles it, tries to bring it in. Puck spinning on the blue line. Gibberta's going to come back in again. He's got time. Sends it back to Evan Davis. Evan Davis sends it deep for the safe bet. Puck comes back around. Colin Davis couldn't hold on to it. Puck comes back out. Dunnigan's going to field it. He's going to send it back up. Dunnigan poke checks it. He's got Jennings with him. Puck loose. And puck sent wide. Still in play in the neutral zone. Trying to prevent the Monsters from getting a change. Johnson's going to walk it up. Sends it back to Jennings. Jennings. Shot. Loose in front. Cleared by the Monsters. Monsters are going to walk it back up. Jennings comes in. Cash Johnson has it. Almost picked off. Sorry, Posner has it. Almost picked off. Dunnigan sends it deep and gets back to work. Yale's thing keep the pressure up. It's going to be very good for him. Still in play. Tritton trying to get a poke check. Marsh now comes in, dingles around. Puck gets loose through the face-off circle. Dunnigan poke checks it off into the corner. Tritton comes up. He's got Dunnigan in the center. Ends up sending it to the point. Shot by Martin. The players, both players, lucky there wasn't a broken stick in that. Tritton, Dunnigan, Marsh, Martin and Miller. Martin winds up, off shins, and wide. Marsh cross-checked in the back, no call. Goes past Miller, Martin now, and that's going to be an icing. Much better game for the Gales. Coming into the tournament, not having practice in a couple weeks. Trying to break off the rust. Tritton sends it to Miller. Shot. Gloved. I think that'll about double the shots on goal. They put another one up there. 27-14 is what it reads right now. Martin with another shot. Puck comes out. Martin couldn't hold on to it. Trying to backhand it in. Dunnigan is able to hold it. Martin's going to bring it up himself. And sends it deep. Dunnigan's going to get there. Tries sending it into the blue line. Into the blue. Shot. That hits the side of the net. Chipped up. Not out. We get a pass across. Out of reach. Martin back checking to make sure they can't get much out of it. Almost kicked in net. Tritton able to prevent a goal from going in there. Marsh sends it deep. Boys go for a change. Evan Davis in now. Evan Davis with the second goal of the game. Evan Davis still holding it along the blue line. Swanson walks it in. 7:38 remaining. Crochet comes in. Zupancic now coming on the board. O'Hara shot. O'Hara comes in and forces a errant shot. Wide of the net. Swanson putting pressure. Puck in the neutral zone now. And that's going to be offsides. Fresh forwards coming on, and fresh defensemen. Posner and Cash Johnson coming out. Faceoff's going to be center ice. Davis, Jennings, and Schiberta. Davis sends it back to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson brings it up. Lost it. Hits it Davis. Davis feeding out to Schiberta, but just out of reach. Still in play, though. Still in the zone. Fed back out, Cash Johnson. Sorry, folks. Out of reach of Posner. Gales having to regroup pretty deep here. Sends it back to Cash Johnson. Jennings sends it back out to Posner. Posner sends it out to Schiberta. Jennings gets a good check in. Schiberta brings it through, sends it deep. Jennings sends it back up to Schiberta. Schiberta wasn't watching, I don't think. Lost a stick. Davis back checking. Davis with a hit along the boards. Sends it back out to Jennings. Jennings sends it deep, and the boys are going to get back to work. Davis comes in first. Overshoots it. I would hope he meant to leave it for Schiberta. Miller's going to bring it up. It's pinched. Davis could stick on it. Puck comes back out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan's going to bring it in, get stripped up. No penalties. Davis is going to come back in for a long shift. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Martin going to get a slashing call. Gale's going to go on the penalty kill. 5:40 remaining in the third. Evan Davis, Dunnigan, Cash Johnson, and Tritton for the kill. Tritton in for the face-off. Monsters win it. Tried sending it deep instead. Send it back around the boards. Evan Davis might be the first one. Nope. Dunnigan comes in, puts pressure, separates. Puck comes back out to the other side. Shot. Kelly, the save. Johnson loves it. Tries clearing it. Deflected wide. Evan Davis flicks it up and into the neutral zone with a good clear. Tritton gets a stick-on-stick there. Couldn't separate it. Puck comes back across. Bad pass. Evan Davis is going to get there. Sends along the boards. Up, out, and that's going to be an icing. No. Sorry, no icing. Tritton, good pressure. Almost picked up by Dunnigan. O'Hara couldn't hold on to it. Shot, bouncing puck, but Kelly with the glove. Try to figure out some lines here. All right. Looks like Swanson and Marsh continue with 39 seconds left. The penalty kill. O'Hara gets it up and out. He's keeping pressure on there. Puck comes back up. Marsh is able to hold on to it, and he tries sending it, but it hits the ref. Marsh says, fine, we'll just hang out here. Puck comes around. O'Hara brings it up, tries getting it cleared. It's at the feet. O'Hara sends it across. Marsh almost able to get that. Whiffed on a shot, sent across. Marsh couldn't dig around. We're back to 5-on-5. Davis comes in now. I agree with the lady a couple rows down. Gales need another goal. Stoppage of play. Not sure the call. Not sure why. Davis wins it. He tries bringing it up himself. Puck gets taken away from him. Took up trying to hit Schuberta. Couldn't. Jennings and Davis now putting in pressure. Puck comes back across. Miller able to intercept it. Get a body in there. Schuberta trying to dangle around. Schuberta now has it. It's 1-on-1. Dingles around. Couldn't do anything with it. Send it to Davis. Davis wasn't expecting it. Not sure why. Martin dingles around. Back to 5-on-5. Martin's going to bring it up. Schuberta pressing. Jennings almost keeps it. Martin able to come away with it. Puck still loose out front. Davis chips it up. Puck ends up going back deep. Pass to Jennings, intercepted and brought back in. And it's going to be offsides. Not the push Gales were looking for there. A lot of missed opportunities. Spancic, Couchet, Swanson, Evan Davis, and Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson sends it out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis brings it up, chips it up. trying to hit Swanson. Puck comes out to Frankie. Shot. Bounces around, but wide. Evan Davis has it. Sends it back down behind the goal line. Swanson rubs him off the puck. Evan Davis pinches up, backhands it back deep again. Cash Johnson picks it off as they try to clear. Cash Johnson still holding it, holding the blue line. Enough for Swanson to come up with it. Loose out front. Boucher sends it through the center. Frankie couldn't get a shot off. Evan Davis pinches up but couldn't get it. And Pancic, as always, going full speed. Cash Johnson gets a stick on it, forcing them to regroup. Sorry, folks. Dunnigan sends it. Sorry, not Dunnigan. Swanson sent it across. All right, face off going to be to the right of Kelly. Dunnigan, Tritton, and Marsh. Monsters running with an empty net right now. Dunnigan feeds up to the neutral zone. Tritton there to try to pick off the pass. Pass comes through back to the center. Dangle around. Sent wide. Almost picked off. Marsh pressing. Goes around the boards. Martin gets hung up by the boards. Dangle around. Miller brings it through. And that's going to be an icing. Fresh forwards coming out. Jennings, Davis, Chiberta. Davis in for the face-off. Martin and Miller on defense. Davis wins it. Sends it back. Shot. Icing. Boys looking for an empty net goal. 1:16 remaining in the game. Shots on net 27-18 in favor of the Gales. Some leftover items on ice. Ref cleans it up, puts it away. Davis wins the faceoff. Martin backhands it around to Davis. Davis couldn't hold on to it. Was in front. Jennings couldn't hold on to it. Stick lift, shot, deflected, loose out in front. Davis comes away with it. Lost it. Almost comes away with it. Davis. Goal! Bar down. Because why not? Empty nets are easy. Got to make it sexy. 3-0 Gales. And they won another one. Gales trying to increase the goal differential or reduce the negative differential in the waning seconds here. 53 seconds remaining. Sends that to Jennings. Goalie's back in net. Miller couldn't hold on to it. Martin now carries it up. Sends it over to Jennings. Couldn't hit him. Monsters hold on to it. Jennings gets a stick on it. Chiberta couldn't hold it. Davis says, mine. Hits Chiberta, though. The stick handling. And puck's going to go back into the Gales defensive zone. 28 seconds remaining. Martin sends it to Colin Davis. Colin Davis brings it in. He wants another. Sends it to Jennings. Shot. Hits the post. Didn't go in, though. This shot almost to Davis. Martin gets to go up. Slash. Off the shoulders of Jennings. And we are going to have 9.9 seconds of a penalty for the slash. Martin, Miller, Davis, Jennings, Chiberta. Looks like coaches just let him finish this thing out. Monsters win it and send it deep. 6 seconds. It's on net. Martin sends it and hits Davis with it. And that'll be it. Goals 3-0 favor the Gales. All right, folks, that wraps up what we know of the weekend. We're going to have to wait and see how some of these other games play out to find out where the seeding will stand, whether we're able to play in the semifinals or we get bumped back down to consolation. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll post up some games when I understand what's happening. And we'll see you somewhat soon. Have a good night, and thank you.